A local technical school celebrates an impressive milestone this week.
State grants have made big improvements for area residents, and animals at a local petting zoo now have a new home.
A very warm Veterans Day weekend coming up across East Alabama. We'll have the complete forecast details coming up.
The Glencoe Yellow Jackets football team will be looking for a new head coach. We'll have that story coming up and much more in sports. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
50 years ago, the Cleburne County school system opened its Career Technical School to serve students who wanted to get a head start in their chosen field. Thursday, state and local officials gathered at the school to mark the anniversary of the school, which has trained thousands of students in their 8 career fields. Counselor Jenny Howell says the celebration was designed to take a look back at the school's history, as well as give an update on its current offerings.
And just recognize that this school is still going strong. Many technical schools didn't make it through proration, and we did, and we're thriving. We have more students than we've ever had at this technical school, so it's just growing and getting better every year.
Howell says the importance of the technical school to the Cleburne County community continues to grow every year.
You have no idea. The kids are so excited when they get here because they're working hands-on, and they're so excited to actually be doing something. We have very little discipline problems because everybody is up, they're busy, they're doing something, and everybody wants to be here. Everybody chose to come here. And so it's a great culture, it's a great environment, and they're getting credentials, getting certified to go to work and to be successful in the workplace.
State Representative Chad Robertson of Heflin was one of the guests of honor at the anniversary celebration. He says the Cleburne County Career Technical School has a special place in his heart.
I went here in the 12th grade and took business under Miss Turner and Miss Ogle. At the time, I had no real plans of going into business, but it gave me a foundation later that when I was able to start college, that I used it, and it made things a lot easier on me, but not only that, is I learned a work ethic out here.
The Anniston City Council is thinking about moving the polling place for Ward 2 residents before the next year's council elections, and is asking residents for their input. The council will hold a public hearing November 19th at the City Meeting Center on the proposal. Under that plan, Ward 2 residents who now vote at the Refuge 2 of Our Lord Jesus Christ Church at 2230 McElroy Avenue will be reassigned to the Anniston Fire Training Center at 5302 McClellan Boulevard for all local elections. The public hearing will begin at 5:30 in Room B of the city's meeting center. The council plans to vote on the relocation of the polling place at its meeting on December the 3rd.
Some exotic animals who live at a local petting zoo now have a new home. We'll tell you all about it in just a moment.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Barrett Body Shop has moved to its new location on Highway 431 in Alexandria. Barrett has been delivering top-notch collision repair in Calhoun County since 2000. Our skilled team restores your vehicle to pre-accident condition with a commitment to quality and safety. Choose Barrett Body Shop for honest, reliable service. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wedowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
A ribbon-cutting ceremony was held Thursday for the new petting zoo barn at Gadsden's Nakalula Falls. The facility replaces the old barn, which was destroyed by fire 3 years ago. The new building is now home to a family of sloths, as well as other animals native to the area. Many of them have been rescued and turned over to the zoo for safekeeping. During the barn's dedication ceremony, Mayor Craig Ford said that one of the first issues he addressed with his staff when he took office was how the city could rebuild its petting zoo barn.
And he said, hey, he said, you know, we got an insurance check, but I know a little bit about insurance, being in insurance. They give you 60% of the money up front, and if you don't replace it, they don't give you the other 40%. So I said, hey, why have we not built the barn? They said, well, we wanted to see what you wanted to do. I said, well, we want to build the barn. And I asked Councilman Robinson, and of course he said he wants to build the barn 3 times as bigger than we had it. So we did what we could, and the council agreed, and we want to thank the council for approving it. We went ahead, and I worked with the insurance company along with Heath, and we shook them down a little bit, and we got a little more money than we were supposed to. So we were excited about that. We were able to build the barn with the insurance proceeds.
Nakalula Falls Director Christina Richardson says the new facility will make a big difference in the petting zoo program, which is one of the most popular attractions at the park.
We are so excited. We've been waiting for this barn for 3 years since the other one burned, and Cindy, who is our petting zoo manager, she's been here for 23 years, and I don't think she's ever had the budget she's had to buy animals. So thank you, Mayor, for that. That has definitely been exciting times for sure, to be able to get some new animals in here. And we're going to keep adding. We've got room to expand inside the barn, and we've still got some room to expand outside on animals. So come back and see us this time next year, and we may have double what we have right now.
Community leaders gathered this week to celebrate the completion of several projects that have made a big difference in the lives of many people. More on that in a moment.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Getting my car serviced is easier than ever with Buster Miles Automotive Group in Cleburne and Calhoun County. They pick up my car, service it, and deliver it back. Convenient, efficient, and top quality. Schedule your service today and see why Buster Miles Automotive Group is the smart choice.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
The Coosa Valley RC&D held a celebration in Heflin on Thursday to mark the completion of 13 projects made possible by state funds that were secured through the agency. Spokeswoman Gretchen Covington says the grants total $68,448 and were used for a variety of projects. The largest grants, $10,000 each, went to upgrade a boat launch in the Coosa River on County Road 71 and to the Ranburn Area Youth Sports Group to repair drainage issues on the baseball field. The RC&D secured $8,625 for the Cleburne County 4-H to purchase hands-on learning materials that have benefited more than 680 students. Other projects include $6,000 to buy weather radios for residents of Cleburne County, $6,000 for the new Cleburne County Animal Shelter to buy office equipment and furniture, and $5,000 for Ranburn Elementary School to set up an outdoor classroom. Principal Jamie Smith says that new open-air space has made a big difference at his school.
But y'all know kids, they love anything different. You know, if you take them outside to do a math lesson, it's completely different than doing a math lesson inside. So they love it. They argue, the kids argue about who's going to go outside to the outdoor classroom next year. So the next day, it's used every single day as long as it's pretty. It's always in the shade. It's in a shaded spot. We didn't have to shade cover or anything, so we get really good use out of that.
Almost $3,000 was given to the Cleburne County Middle School for shade coverings to make its outdoor classroom more comfortable on hot days. Principal C.J. Boyd says those improvements have made the facility even more useful than it had been.
So we started a project on our back patio, and so we just put in this big large shade, and we bought benches and all this kind of stuff to put out there, and it's turned into really something fun. We have, like the other day we did, what was the name of it? Tune Out Drugs, I'm sorry. Tune Out Drugs. We had John Howell, he came and played on our back patio. The kids really like it. We do tailgating with the Tigers back there. So it's just a great area. Now my teachers also use it to go outside and get under the shade as well. If they want to get out from the normal classroom, to go out there and have an outdoor classroom experience, they do that as well. But that's what we've been able to do with the RC&D grant. We are so thankful, and we appreciate that so much, given to our kids, allow them that opportunity.
Other grants provided $5,000 to the Heflin Community Garden to extend its irrigation system and add a storage shed. And another $5,000 grant went to Heflin Main Street for its new mural on the Cleburne Pharmacy building. The Coosa Valley RC&D covers 11 counties in East Alabama.
Monday is Veterans Day, a time set aside to honor all men and women who have served in the U.S. military. Calhoun County's annual Veterans Day ceremony will begin at 11 Monday morning, the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, in Anniston's Centennial Memorial Park on Quintard. Anniston's Veterans Day Parade starts at 2 o'clock Monday afternoon and will run down Noble Street from 15th Street to 9th Street. This year, the parade will feature 3 World War II veterans as Grand Marshals: Harsel Durham of the Navy, Ralph Beerley, also of the Navy, and Plimmer East of the Army.
And that's pretty impressive, having those veterans with us on Monday.
Is.
I wonder how the weather is going to be for that parade.
Listen, if it's anything like it has been the rest of this week, we'll be in good shape for the parade. John Holder joins us now in the EAN Weather Center to tell us all about what we can expect for that Veterans Day parade and the days in between, the weekend. John?
Mike and Katie, Veterans Day for the parade on Monday should be pretty nice, and for the weekend leading up to Veterans Day, again, it should be pretty nice. Maybe a few showers out there across East Alabama. We'll have the detailed forecast next.
EAN News would like to thank all our commercial sponsors. Go check out our sponsors' links in the description below. EAN Local Weather is brought to you by Camping World of Anniston, America's recreational dealer.
Hey, good Friday evening to you. John Holder with you in the Camping World Weather Center. Another very warm day across East Alabama on your Friday, topping out at 80 degrees again, about 12 degrees above the average. Morning low this morning at 64, more than 20 degrees above the average. Record high temperature 85, the record low at 24. Sunrise time tomorrow morning at 6:10 and the sun setting on your Friday night at 4:45. It's time for weather on your street. Going to take you out on this Friday night to Bynum Cutoff Road in Bynum. You're going to see more clouds than stars out there tonight. A mostly cloudy sky. It's going to be very warm once again. 63 for the low. Most folks will be in the 70s for most of the evening hours tonight. Coming up on your Saturday, we're going to bring a chance of rain back in the forecast. Just a couple of afternoon showers. Temperatures again about 10 degrees above normal tomorrow. 78 for the high. Scenic Highway up on Nakalula Falls at the mountain there. It's going to be a very nice day up there off of Tabor Road and that area of North Gadsden. Going to enjoy the weather out there coming up on your Saturday. As we look ahead to next week, temperatures are going to cool down a little bit. We're still going to be above the average, but not way above average. Drennan Drive and McClellan next week. Get ready for some cooler temperatures. Highs mainly in the low 70s next week. You see some raindrops in there. Again, not a big deal, but maybe a 20 or 30% chance of a shower 3 or 4 of the days of the work week coming up next week. Let's look at that 7-day forecast for all of East Alabama, and you'll see more of the same, except the temperatures are going to be slightly lower. We're way above the average. Again, our average high temperature at this time of year is mid-60s. Average lows down into the mid-40s, maybe some lower 40s. We're nowhere close to that. 70s throughout the weekend. Our best chance of rain coming on Sunday, and actually Sunday night. Sunday night, about a 70% chance of light rain showers. Most of that should be out of here Monday, so if you have some plans outdoors for Veterans Day, about a 1 in 3 chance of a shower. Highs again will be in the mid-70s. Looks like we'll squeeze out a dry day on Tuesday. Small chances for rain coming into the forecast for Wednesday and Thursday, and a bigger cool down maybe in about a week, but that's still going to put us above average. We don't see any freezing temperatures coming, no severe weather, anything like that coming, just more of the same, a slight bit cooler as we head into the rest of the work week and as we head into mid-November across East Alabama. Here is our Camping World weather cam today, the weather cam out at Chocowacca Park in Oxford. This is a beautiful shot right here. Look at the high clouds we had today. See some blue sky in there as well. A lot of sunshine out there. A perfect day at the park. Temperatures most of the day in the upper 70s. Great day to do what I do, and that's walk around the track a lot. But folks out there enjoying that today out at Chocowacca Park, and it will be a lot like this, just adding a few rain showers into the forecast as we head into the weekend on both Saturday and for Sunday. Well, let's look at our next graphic here. We're talking about every Friday now our drought monitor, and this is the latest one, and you can see here in East Alabama a couple weeks ago most of us were in yellow. Yellow was abnormally dry, not too bad. Then we started seeing the moderate drought, that's the brown here, creeping in to East Alabama. Now we're seeing a good chunk, all of Etowah County, a good chunk of Calhoun County, now in what we're looking at as a severe drought. You even see some extreme drought in parts of the state down here in West Alabama, Southwest Alabama, and Washington County, up around Athens and Ardmore and Elkmont, places like that on the Tennessee border. See, it's very exceptional dry conditions. We expect that this is going to worsen because we just don't see a lot of heavy rain, nothing that's going to be a drought buster coming anytime in the next 7 to 10 days. So we expect by this time next week, when the next drought monitor comes out, that this orange is going to expand and probably cover all of East Alabama by this time next week. I'll be back here tomorrow morning bright and early at 6 a.m. as we'll have your Saturday day at a glance, and join us also on Sunday and Monday mornings for your breakfast forecast. Coming up next in sports, a high school football coaching change. It's a significant one, and we've got Jordan Smith here to tell us all about it. Jordan?
Thanks, John. Breaking news coming out this afternoon. The Glencoe Yellow Jackets will have a new football head coach next season. Scott Martin has been relieved of his duties after posting a 2-8 record this year. Martin has been at the helm of the Yellow Jackets program for the past 3 years, only leading Glencoe to a combined 7-23 record. Yellow Jacket AD Ryan Chambliss said on Friday that Bailey Blanchard will serve as the interim head coach during the search for a new head coach. Martin previously was the head coach at 3A Region 6 opponent Ohatchee, where he led the Indians to 5 winning seasons of his 7 years there. Martin has an all-time record of 95 wins, 65 losses in the state of Alabama. We are in the championship season for all our fall sports here in Alabama, and we have several East Alabama teams looking to earn a state championship tomorrow at Jesse Owens Park in Moulton for the cross-country state championship team. Let's take a look at some of those teams competing in tomorrow's matchup. Starting out with the Alexandria boys and girls qualified. Central Clay will also be there with their boys and girls teams. Donahoe's boys qualified, as well as the Faith Christian girls. Glencoe and Handley boys will also be in attendance for competing in the championship, as well as Jacksonville girls, Lincoln both boys and girls, Munford girls, Oxford boys and girls, and the Piedmont boys. A few others we have participating is Pleasant Valley. The Pleasant Valley Raiders boys and girls will be there, as well as the Sacs Wildcats and the Southside Panthers. Westbrook Christian boys will be there, as well as the White Plains boys and girls, as they look to compete for another state championship and bringing the blue map back to White Plains. We also have several other individuals competing tomorrow for a blue map. Reagan Talent of Cherokee County, Cameron Rogers of Faith Christian, Marie Giles of Glencoe, just an 8th grader. The 8th grader also from Glencoe, Crosby Smith, will be competing in the individual side of the cross-country meet. Emily Diamond, the senior from Hanley, and Cadence Henson from Hanley is also going to be competing. She is a sophomore. Looking at a couple others, Dami Patel from Hanley is an 8th grader who will be competing. Ethan Patterson from Hoax Bluff, Rua Mathis from the Jacksonville Golden Eagles, Colin Thurman from Jacksonville, Anthony Cruz from Munford, and also Jesus Garcia will be there from Munford as well. A couple others, Ashley Easterwood from Ohatchee, Owen Vinson of Ohatchee, Riley Ann Holbrooks from the Piedmont Bulldogs, along with Morgan Studdard from Piedmont, and Kitty Morsky will be there from Westbrook Christian. Last night was the start of the first round of the Alabama High School Athletic Association football state playoffs. Some games were moved to Thursday earlier in the week due to a chance of rain tonight. The Ohatchee Indians and the Fife Red Devils were one of those games that moved to last night. The Indians had a strong performance against the football powerhouse Fife, but ultimately fell 66-30. We were there, and we have the highlights. Taking a look, Fife, undoubtedly, you can see there on your screen, they are by far a powerhouse in 2A and 3A football. Multiple state championships, won 7 in the last 10 years. Fife and Ohatchee have only met for the 6th time as of last night, and Fife has never lost to the Ohatchee Indians. First drive for Fife. Logan Anderson, the Clemson commit, takes the handoff, finds the corner, pushes off a man, and he's going to take it up the field 42 yards for the first play of the game as the Fife Red Devils go up early. They will go for 2 here. Fife looking like they always do. Direct snap to Logan Anderson. He's going to cash it in for 2 points. Fife goes up early, 8-0. Ohatchee now with the ball. Jake Robertson drops back to pass, and he's going to find Braden Collins upfield for a first down for the Indians. Next play, Robertson drops back again. This time, he's going to connect with Colby Hester in the middle of the field for another first down. A few plays later, Robertson drops back once again, this time connecting with Grady Hunter for a 25-yard pitch and catch. Now, a few plays later, no surprise here, Roberson going to go back to the air, and this time he's going to find Jaden Hurd in for the touchdown for the Ohatchee Indians. Ohatchee now looks to tie it on a 2-point conversion. Collins is going to take the direct snap. He's going to fake the run. He's going to pass it to the quarterback, Jake Robertson, for the 2-point conversion. We're tied up 8-8 early in the first half. Ensuing kickoff by the Ohatchee Indians, Maddox Doss of the Fife Red Devils is going to take the kick, and he's going to turn upfield. And let me just tell you, folks, he's going to take it 76 yards for the touchdown for Fife. They would go for 2, ends up not getting it. Fife goes up 16-8 at this point. Now Ohatchee back with the ball. Roberson fakes the handoff. He's going to chunk it downfield on the fade route. He's going to find Colby Hester once again for a 34-yard completion and a first down. A few plays later, Ohatchee going back to the air once again. Roberson going to throw it downfield, and he's going to be picked off here by Maddox Doss of the Fife Red Devils at their own 4-yard line. Now, next play after the interception. Ryder Gibson's going to get the handoff here. He's going to make a guy miss. Then he's going to fumble the football at their own 11-yard line, and Ohatchee will pick up the fumble. Ohatchee now looking and are threatening to score once again and tie this game up. It's going to be 4th down and 7 at the 8-yard line. Roberson's going to fake the pass. He's going to throw it. He's going to be picked off by Maddox Doss for the second time, this time in the end zone. A few plays later, Fife with the ball. Going to hand back off to Gibson. Gibson's going to take it all the way 41 yards down the field to score. Fife would go for 2, 22-8 at the halftime break. Ohatchee would go on to fall to the Fife Red Devils 66-30. A couple other games around the state last night. In Class 4A, St. Michael's takes on the Hanley Tigers down at St. Michael's. St. Michael's wins 63-40. Susan Moore, big upset in Class 1A. They go in and defeat Decatur Heritage last night 34-27. In Class 7A, Vestavia Hills also gets the upset over Mary Montgomery 42-21. And Hoover defeats Fairhope 35-10. Now let's take a look at some of the first round matchups that will take place tonight in Class 1A. Valley Head will travel to Wadley. Victory Christian goes into Jason Howard Field to take on the Spring Garden Panthers. Donahoe travels to Appalachian. Raglan in at Winneboro. In Class 2A, Pleasant Valley hosting their first playoff game since 1984. They're looking to even better that with a win tonight. For the Pleasant Valley Raiders, they will have the most wins in school history. They take on Sulligent tonight, and Sandrock travels down south to Vincent. In Class 3A, Collinsville will take on the Piedmont Bulldogs at the Field of Champions. Weaver travels up to take on the Sylvania Rams, and Trinity will come down to Randolph County. In Class 4A, Westminster Christian makes the travel over from the east side of the state to take on Cherokee County at Bobby Joe Johnson Field. Alexandria travels up to North Jackson for the first ever meeting. Anniston will travel to Randolph. Madison Academy comes to Hoax Bluff to take on the Hoax Bluff Eagles. In Class 5A, Arab travels to Moody at Bill Morris Stadium. Jacksonville will travel up to take on the Scottsboro Wildcats. Guntersville comes to Homer Smiles Field to take on the Leeds Green Wave, and Greenville comes up from South Alabama to take on Central Clay in the south side of the bracket. In Class 6A, Buckhorn will make the travel down from Huntsville and Newmarket up to Lamar Field to take on the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Pell City goes up to take on the Fort Payne Wildcats. Mountain Brook comes into Smoke Neck Tech at Southside, and Gadsden City will travel to Clay Chalkville. That's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's head back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for that update, Jordan, and thank you for watching us today. You can find us every weeknight on Facebook, YouTube, our website, and on Rumble.
Go to the platform of your choice. Watch our news, sports, and weather coverage whenever it's convenient for you. We'll see you back here Monday for your news on your schedule.